Okay, but otherwise the rest are like you need special things like butane gas and all this, maybe a little bit harder to find. But vinegar, the egg experiment, you can try the last one, right? Egg and vinegar. Vinegar actually makes your egg bouncy. Okay. Okay, so we will start off with MCQ. Then after I'll give you a short break. Then we come back for open-ended. Okay. I know that some of you, your exams are over, so just take it as a revision. Okay. Next lesson onwards, we'll be starting on preparation for primary 5 already. Okay. All right. Now this question. Okay. Kim took an ice cube from the freezer. Yes, Grace.
B.
B, is it? B for boy, huh? Okay,
Yes.
let's see, huh? She left the bowl on the kitchen table for an hour and put it in the refrigerator. Okay. What happened during A? During A, it actually from ice become water. So it actually melted, right? This process is called melting. So for the ice to melt, it must gain heat because melting is a gain heat process. So yes, it gain heat from the surrounding. Okay. Next one, it then became from 28 to 4. So this is not any special reaction. This is basically just cooling. Okay, from 28 to 4 degrees is basically just cooling, right? So it basically means it loses heat to the surrounding. Yes, good, well done. Okay, well, okay, next question. Life cycle. There's a life cycle of a butterfly. Which of the following shows the correct stages? Okay, can we have someone else to try? Maybe Catherine or Yan Kai, just to make sure you're there, because I only see Grace now. Catherine or Yan Kai, you can unmute yourself and give us the answer, or you can also type in the chat, okay? Yes, Catherine?
D.
Sorry?
D. D.
D for
For
dog,
the
huh? Okay,
yes.
let's see. D, okay, stage P is lava. Very good. Remember we said go according to alphabetical order. E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S. I mean, of course, this is adult lah. Okay, so start with A, then E, then L, then P. So stage P is lava, yes. Stage Q is pupa, and stage R is adult. Well done. Very good. Okay. Next question. Choose the following. Choose the one from below which is not a source of heat. Can we have Yan Kai to answer this, please? Yan Kai, are you there? Yan Kai, can you also type in the chat? I think this is not a difficult question. Yan Kai, could you try, please? Yan Kai. Okay, maybe Yan Kai's away. We'll let him try other questions later. Grace, would you like to take this? Choose the one from below which is not a source of heat.
C.
Very good. Okay, because C does not generate heat on its own. A burning piece of wood can be a source of heat. Okay, sun as well. And sun, of course, is a source of heat and light. And of course, candle flame, right? Okay, next question. Observe the diagram below carefully. You put your eyes there. And there's a hollow tube. Chris cannot see the ball through the U-shaped tube because, Catherine,
Light travels in a straight line. C.
well
C
done.
for cat.
Very good. Okay. So Catherine says C for cat, probably because her name is Catherine, is it? No,
Yeah.
That was just, yeah. Okay, so yes, this is the concept behind it. Light travels in a straight line. So therefore, because light cannot be bent, that's why you will never see. Okay, unless there's a reflective mirror here, maybe, then she might be able to see. Okay, next one. Rahman arranged 4 sheets of different shapes A, B, C, D in a straight line. Shone torchlight as shown below. He observed that a small triangular shadow is formed on D. Okay, so there's a small triangular shadow on D. Okay, so which of the following is most likely true? Grace.
Mm.
Very good. Okay, because if you want to cast a shadow of C, this one should be does not allow, okay, light to pass through. Okay, of course, another term is actually opaque. We've learned that probably, but actually it's not required in your PSLE science syllabus. You don't really have to know the terms transparent, translucent, and opaque. Okay, so of course, if you want to cast the shadow, A and B both has to allow light to pass through. And when we say allow most light to pass through, I would say. Okay, an item or an object that allows most light to pass through is actually called a transparent object. Yeah? Okay, so answer is A. Okay, now next one. Which of the following torch positions would create an oval shadow of the 10-cent coin on the screen? Whose turn is it? Is it Catherine? I think just now Grace answered the previous question, right? Catherine, could you try to answer this?
A. A.
Yes. Yeah. Okay, because you do it slanted, actually, you will cause it to be oval. If you do it straight, you will not. Okay, because if you look at the path of light that's being blocked, the shadow will then be oval. For this one, because you only block some, so you probably will only see shadows like that, like half of it. Okay, this one is probably circle, right? This one is probably a bit rounder, right? A bit rounder. This one, it is not even casting on anything. Okay, so this one is A, right? Okay, Yan Kai, once you're back, please let me know, yeah? You can't be away for too long. Okay, now this one. Ben wanted to find out if the position of the torch and the pencil will affect the length of the shadow cast. He marked 6 points on the table in front of the screen and placed the torch at P and a pencil at Q as shown below. When he switched on the torch, he saw a 15 centimeters long shadow of the pencil cast on the screen. Ben then kept the torch and the pencil at different positions and recorded his observations in a table. So which of the following could he have observed? Where is the position of the torch? Grace.
B. D
B.
for D for
Oh,
dog.
D for dog. Okay, D for dog. Okay, let's see, huh? You place the torch at P, yes. The position of the pencil. Um, Okay, if you put the position of the pencil here, so this will be shorter. Yes, correct. Okay, because if you put the object, this one is considered the object. The object, if you put it further from the light source, okay, the torch is the light source. So if you put the object further from the light source, it will actually make the shadow smaller. The reason because you will block lesser light. So when you block lesser light, you will have a shorter shadow. Okay, good. Okay, now before we move on to the next section, I'll give you a break first. How about that? Or do you want to play games first? I think we go for a break first. Now it's 1:32. Okay, you come back at 1:35, 3 minutes, then we'll have a game. Okay? Right? Okay, so you can go for your short break first. Okay, great. I think Yan Kai, you left early, is it? Let me see. Okay. Right. Yeah, as expected, don't be too disheartened by the results because, like I said, these are topics which you've not done before, right? So, let's just have a look at some of the questions, okay? This one, just take it as a revision. I mean, take it as like a new topic lah, right? So part X supports the style, right? Swells up. Oh, this one, I think there's something wrong. They should have shown you the photo. Never mind, let's move on to the next one. The male reproductive cells are produced in the anther. Okay, these are just information that you might just want to know first before you go into P5 next year. Okay, which part of the mature plant is the reproductive part? Is the flower. The reproduction always happens in the flower. Only when the plant has flower will it be able to reproduce sexually. Okay, which one of the following is incorrectly grouped? Uh, okay, the reason why this is incorrectly grouped is because they are not part of each other. The ovary and stigma, they are part of the female part, but not the petals. The petals are the external parts. Okay, so this is grouped wrongly. Which of the following groups reproduce by spores? Is your ferns, which is your non-flowering plant, your fungi, and your mosses as well. Okay, which of the statement is true? Flowers with long feathery stigma are usually wind pollinated. Okay, which of the following is correct? The pollen can be dispersed by wind and insects. The insects like the butterfly, right? The butterfly and the bees, they can fly, and they land on the flower. Then they'll be able to help to disperse the pollen grains of the flowers, okay? Which of the following plants has fruits and seeds which are not dispersed the same way as the others in the group? So we have your nipa, mangrove, and pineapple, right? The rest, like rubber, balsam, and rain tree, they are dispersed by splitting action. Dandelion, sycamore, and angsana, they are dispersed by wind. Banana, watermelon, and papaya, they usually dispersed by animals. The animals will eat them up and then pass them out as droppings, okay? The seeds, they will pass out the seeds as droppings that will help to grow new plants. Most fruits are brightly colored and succulent so that they can attract animals to eat them. Which of the following is not a characteristic of fruits and seeds dispersed by wind? Okay, so they split open when ripened. This one is a characteristic of splitting action. Okay, which one is true? Sexual reproduction can take place in flowering plants. This is true. Gestation period, I think we all know, right? The fetus is usually in the mother's womb for 9 months. Okay, which of the following correctly traces the path taken by the sperm to the egg? It's usually from the testis of the male, okay, the male sexual reproductive organ, to the penis. Then the penis will release the sperm, right? Then the sperm will enter the vagina, and then the uterus, and finally in the fallopian tube where the sperm will fuse with the egg. So all this you will learn next year, okay? But we're just doing it as a game lah, right? It's good to have a head start, right? Okay, which of the following is the reproductive part of a plant's flowering plant? I think we did this just now as the flowers. Which one of the following group of characteristics can be passed down from parents to young? Okay, types of beaks, color of skin, number of legs, all this. It is small, it is light, it has fine hairs, it moves further away from the parent plant, so this one has to be love grass. Pollen is found on the anther of the flowers. What is the function of the pollen? The pollen is really to contain the male sex cell to fertilize the female sex cell, okay? Which of the following correctly shows the path taken by the pollen grain of fertilization to take place in the flower? Anther, stigma, style, ovary, ovule, ovum. Which of the following statements about the water cycle is false? Cloud forms due to condensation of water droplets. Okay. Which one of the following is not a reason why we should conserve water? So it increases the amount of dissolved oxygen. Yeah. Which of the following processes are involved in the water cycle? Evaporation and condensation. And last one, which one is the change in the state of rain into ice, the temperature? Because the temperature will determine whether is it freezing or melting point, right? So if it is really cold, the rain actually can turn into ice and fall as snow or hailstone or whichever. Okay, so we are done with this. We're going to continue with our open-ended question before we end off the day. The next lesson onwards will all be preparatory lessons for P5 already. Okay, now let's have a look at this one, another P4 topic on magnets. Janet created an electromagnet setup as shown. She used nails made of different materials to find out. Okay, to find out, this one will tell us the aim of the